Alright, my first video. I was kind of hoping to do this video from Dragon's Tooth, but it's really hot today and plans changed a little bit. I'll start where I left off in Bomber's video. He dropped me off at Virginia 635, Virginia 635, which was mile 652.5. I think I got on the trail around 2 p.m. and that was on Monday. So I hiked about 10 miles to Warspur Shelter. I did not run into anybody I knew. In fact, I didn't run into anybody the entire hike. I got there pretty early. I don't really know what time it was, but I'd guess it was probably 5-ish or maybe 6. Still light out, and it was light for quite a while when I got there. There were some people there at the shelter. There was a southbound hiker whose name I think was Jimmy, another northbound hiker named Sunny, and then a section hiker who's doing a really big section, almost like a thru hiker, named Mando, because he has a backpacking mandolin that he carries with him, and he's pretty good. So I got there. The next day, my plan, as well as Mando's plan, was to go to Naday Shelter, which was, I think, 18.1 miles from Warspur. So, about a mile into that hike, I ran into Homebrew and Blood Orange, who had stopped a mile after the shelter and tented. So that was pretty exciting to run into them. So I was kind of back in my bubble a little bit. Hiked on and kept pace with Mando pretty much all morning, and about 8 miles into the hike we crossed a road which seemed really rural, and there were a couple people and some cars at the road, so I was like, oh, maybe trail magic. It didn't turn out to be trail magic, but this guy Dixie Grits and his daughter were getting on the trail there. She was going to hike a section with him, and Hobo was getting on the trail. His wife was dropping him off there. So I ran into Hobo again. That was pretty cool. And then we all hiked in Naday Shelter, which the first 8 miles of the day were pretty nice, but the 10 after that were pretty bad. Up on the ridge there were giant slabs of rock and views, which normally I'd love, but it was just so hot and we were all dehydrated. There was no water up there. So it was pretty miserable. When I got to the shelter, I asked some other people that were there already if they enjoyed the views, and everybody had the same sentiment that no, they did not enjoy the views because it was too hot. So today, the plan, after getting up from the day, was to go to, where are we going to go? Oh, we were going to go to the Four Pines Hostel from today, which would have been a 16.8 mile day, which shouldn't be bad because I've been doing days over 20, but it was just so hot today that I'm not even sure how many miles we made it, maybe 10 miles to a road crossing after going over Brush Mountain, which was a pretty steep up for being flat Virginia. Blood Orange has to go fly back somewhere, so he called a shuttle from Four Pines to that road. Well, when Homebrew showed up at the road and told me that, I was like, oh god, it's so hot, I'd really like to enjoy Dragon's Tooth that's coming up, but I have the feeling it's going to be just like yesterday, where it's a beautiful view, but I don't enjoy it at all. So why don't we hop on the shuttle and slack pack it tomorrow? So here I am at Four Pines Hostel, a lot earlier than I'm supposed to be here, but it's really hot. I'm glad I did it, and tomorrow I'll be hitting the trail by 6, and it'll be hopefully still cool, and I'm going to have a really good time going over Dragon's Tooth and enjoy it instead of being miserable. I heard McAfee Knob isn't really that exciting, so I'm hoping to do my next video from Tinker Cliffs, which is just past McAfee Knob, and it's supposed to be a really beautiful spot, and I'm hoping to catch a sunset there. So if I do, I will do a video of the sunset, and I guess I'll show you what Four Pines Hostel is like. And I'll show you inside the hostel. It's a garage. And you've got your choice of cots or sofas or whatever to sleep on. But it's out of the heat, there's showers. The guy who runs this place is real nice, so happy to not be on